Hello, this is Kyle Byron, the Toronto Nutritionist, and today we're going to talk about social eating. If you are like myself or like some of my clients, you may find some social eating situations are difficult to navigate. Like maybe, people are putting pressure on you to eat or to not eat or to drink. So that's what these videos are going to be all about. I'm doing 3 actually. So this video is going to be on social eating in general, and then I'm going to do one specifically about eating with work colleagues, and then I'll do a 3rd video about eating in family functions. Alright, so here we go with part 1. I'm going to describe for you what personal boundaries are. Personal boundaries. Okay, so this is you, and this is maybe someone else. Maybe you know this person or maybe you don't. Personal boundaries are like a little shield that you put around yourself that keeps the good stuff in and the personal stuff in, and keeps like the bad stuff like out. When boundaries are invaded, we might get upset, or sometimes a boundary invasion can be traumatic. Examples of boundary invasions include someone standing in your personal space or someone going through your stuff, and obviously the most extreme case of a boundary invasion is assault. So it's good to have boundaries, and now we're going to talk about how boundaries can help you with your social eating situations. So regarding boundaries in nutrition, a boundary can be crossed when someone tries to influence what you're eating or what you're drinking. Another way your boundaries can be crossed is if you melt away or erode or remove your own boundary and you eat or drink something to please someone else. So here are some examples. So let's say someone asks you, hey, are you on a diet? Now that's going to get a lot of people's backs up. That's not a very socially acceptable thing to say. But the way to handle that is just try and be cool and just say, yes or no, and sort of explain the situation honestly. That person might actually be looking for a fitness buddy, or maybe they want to help you. It might not be an accusation. So just be ready to be honest about that. Now, if they keep persisting, you can just sort of tell them that you don't want to talk about it, and that enforces your boundary. Another example is maybe a person thinks you're eating too much. Like you're all at a restaurant and they're like, oh wow, you're going to eat dessert? And that's kind of an accusatory thing. Maybe they think that you're overweight or something like that. It's not socially acceptable. So ways to handle that: if you are trying to lose weight, you could say, well, actually, yes, I don't usually eat dessert, but as long as most of my nutrition choices are healthy, I can eat dessert once a week and I still, get results. Or you could be like a little bit playful with it and you say, actually, yeah, I'm eating dessert and I am trying to lose weight. Maybe you want to come to the gym with me tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. We're doing deadlifts and sprints, and I'll be happy to explain my nutrition program at that time. So that's kind of like a nice little challenge that you could put forth. So other situations could be like the opposite. Someone could say, hey, you didn't eat any of your potatoes, or you didn't finish your rice. Like, what's the matter? Are you like on a diet or something? Again, that's not a very socially acceptable thing to say, but if someone says that to you, again, you just have the choice of explaining it or, maybe throwing down a challenge. And again, if they persist, you could just say, actually, it's kind of personal. If you don't mind, I prefer not to talk about what I eat. And that pretty makes it clear, and you're still being polite. So the next time you encounter those people, the people that were sort of harassing you a little bit, they'll be less likely to ask you about your nutrition. So that's good. And also, you've got more practice enforcing your boundaries, and it'll just get easier over time. So I encourage you to give it a try. And it doesn't hurt to practice on your own being assertive, like practicing looking in a mirror and standing up for yourself. Alright, so that's it for today, but in my next video on this subject, I'm going to talk about specifically how to handle work situations, and then I'll do another video about family functions. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, I've got lots of other great videos, so you can subscribe to my channel, or you can follow me on my various social media.